Okay. We're rolling. Good afternoon. I'm attorney Mawuli Mel Davis of the Davis Bozeman Law Firm, and we are here today because at 12:45 this afternoon we filed a wrongful death lawsuit in the interest of the estate of Ariston Waiters. As everyone knows, Ariston was murdered, gunned down on December 14th. This past year, and he left a beautiful daughter who is 15 months. And so we are here as a firm continuing to work with the Waiters family to ensure justice. We know that the Fulton County grand jury did not return an indictment against Luther Lewis, but we understand that this is a process and that this is another step in fighting for justice for Ariston Waiters. Ms. Waiters is here, Senator Vincent Ford, who has been here the entire struggle with the Waiters family. In fact, what we know right now is that the U.S. Attorney's Office, Sally Yates, is looking at this case. The FBI has been involved in an investigation. It is not concluded as of now, but for right now, we felt it necessary to move forward with a civil action against Luther Lewis in Union City. Seated next to Senator Ford is Attorney Bill Atkins. Attorney Atkins has worked with us in the past, and our firms have a great working relationship. Primarily, his practice focuses on civil rights cases, and so he's here and will be working as co-counsel as we move this case forward right now through the Fulton State Court. Sitting next to Mr. Atkins is my law partner, Robert Bozeman, the managing partner of the Davis Bozeman Law Firm, who focuses on civil actions and civil lawsuits. And we have sitting next to him is Howard Morrow from our office, who will be primarily responsible with pushing the case forward and working with Mr. Atkins' office. So we just want to give an opportunity for Ms. Waiters, Senator Ford, and anyone else on the legal team to say a few words about the suit. I will say this, what we know and what we have alleged in the complaint, which I think is important, are the factual allegations. And I just want to make it clear for the record that there is no evidence that Ariston Waiters was ever fleeing. There's no evidence that Ariston Waiters was ever running. And so I just want to make that crystal clear. I think in the past that has been misreported. I think in the past we had witnesses who said they saw him running. That is not our understanding. We don't believe that to be an accurate statement of the facts. What we believe is accurate is that Ariston Waiters left the area, and when he left the area where this teenage fight was, he had not done anything wrong. He did not fire a weapon. He didn't have a weapon. He was not involved in any wrongdoing whatsoever. But he decided, for whatever reason, to leave the area. And when he left the area, we know that Luther Lewis, in a very concealed manner, snuck around the backside of the townhomes into the wooded area, and that's where he pulled a gun, his service weapon, on Ariston, pointed the weapon at him, ordered him to the ground face down, and at that time, Ariston, he could see, did not have a weapon in either of his hands. He then takes his knee and kneels down on Ariston's back with his knee in his back. He puts one handcuff on a wrist, so he has Ariston in a handcuff and a gun, his gun drawn. And it's at that point he demands his other hand. And so when Ariston Waiters gives him his other hand, it's clear that he doesn't have a weapon. He doesn't have a gun, knife, anything that could injure Luther Lewis. And for whatever reason, it's at that point Luther Lewis then fires 2 shots at very close range into Ariston Waiters' back as he lay on the ground. Those facts we don't think will be refuted by Luther Lewis or Union City. That Ariston was unarmed, He was not involved in the teenage fight, in the melee at all, and that he didn't run from the police. He surrendered and complied with everything that the officer asked of him. And it's, at this point, clearly an issue that a young man who had done nothing wrong, who was not involved with the shooting that took place, should be dead. That's the question that we think we are required to get an answer for. Why is it that an innocent bystander ended up dead? That's what this amounts to. An innocent bystander who had no weapons ended up dead. So with that, I'd like to introduce Ms. Freda Waiters so that she can update you about the work that she's been doing and her commitment, ongoing commitment to justice for her son, Ariston.
I want to first say that no mother should ever have to bury her son. And due to me burying my son, I now will stand up and support and help any other mother that's out there that has gone through what I've gone through. And I want to say that I'm having an event. The Justice of Ariston Waiters Foundation and Malcolm X Grassroots, and October the 22nd will be presenting every 36 hours a black male or female is murdered by police officers in the United States. We will continue our struggle to get the information on the street and help and support other families. We are asking for the support of the people in the community to come out to this event and get the facts for yourself. You can go to Justice for Ariston Waiters at .com and get the information. And God bless you all.
Thank you. Senator Ford.
My name is Vincent Ford. I serve the 39th Senatorial District, Fulton County, including parts of Union City. I'm here today to stand with the Waiters family. We have stood with this family from the beginning of this ordeal, and we made a commitment then that we would stay with this family until the end comes. We were there when we went to the district attorney for justice for this family. The grand jury, as the attorney has said, as Attorney Davis has said, did not come back with a true bill of indictment. But we were not in any way dissuaded by that lack of action by the grand jury. We went to the U.S. attorney and told the U.S. attorney that this family demands justice. And we're in touch with the U.S. attorney, and we'll meet with her when the FBI completes their investigation. And we are with this family today in their demand for justice for Ariston Waiters. This is not a sprint, this is a marathon, and we will continue to stay with this family because there's no reason, no good reason whatsoever that this young man is dead today. We will fight this in the courtroom, but we want to make sure that the community understands that we will fight this in the streets, that our approach to this is not just a courtroom fight, but we know that the community demands justice and that this is a community issue. We will be with Ms. Waiters at her events later on this month, but I am here to stand with this family, and will stand with them until justice is done for them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Bill, start briefly.
My name is Bill Atkins, and it is my privilege to work for the Davis Bozeman Law Firm on behalf of the estate of Ariston Waiters to protect and serve. That is the overarching goal of law enforcement. What we know is on this fateful night, an unarmed, innocent young man was shot twice in the back by a police officer. One of those shots was at point blank range. How close? Close enough to leave burn marks on his skin, in contact with his back. There is no reason on earth why that should ever happen to any citizen, black, white, Chinese, immigrant in this country. And firms like the Davis Bozeman firm and my firm at Adkins and Fife will continue to pursue this type of justice until these events cease once and for all.
Attorney Robert Bozeman.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Attorney Rob Bozeman, the managing partner here at the Davis Bozeman Law Firm. And every time I'm in the presence of Ms. Waiters, I'm always moved and saddened by the grief that she continues to experience. And I just want to let her know that our firm is going to do everything we can do. This team that we've assembled is for the express purpose of justice for Ariston. And you're going to have all of our resources that we have for this case. We're going to push it. We're going to push it hard, and we're going to fight them until justice is served. And I just want to thank her for allowing our firm to be a part of this process. Thank you.
At this time, we'll take some questions.
What's the next step?
It is our understanding at this point the